Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation, an emerging nation. Although we've been around for over 5.5 years now, we're still emerging, we're still putting things in place, and we've been putting them in place for all that 5.5 years to make sure that we're going to be here for many generations to come. But we are now expanding our economy, and that'll benefit all our citizens. They all hold our currency, and we know that because we give it to them free every month. And anybody can become a citizen. There's no fee, there's no obligation. Come along and register and bring a positive mental attitude. You'll be welcomed. Okay, we are also a non-separatist community. That means we simply see everybody as a human being. We don't put you in a different group because of your color, class, creed, financial status, and we don't even see that difference in you. We just see everybody the same as a human being, all part of one big family, all individually unique, all having something unique to offer our community, all of equal value to our community. We have a little affirmation in a moment after our opening prayer, which is coming up now, and that is to help us with that ideology of non-separation, whatever it is. Right, our opening prayer, very short, to help us find true happiness in life. The inner joy that's always with you, regardless of what's going on around you. Things are happening all the time that, have you up here and down there, but underneath it all, if you've got that inner joy, that happiness that's always there, you have a wonderful, stable platform to move forward on. And the only way you can get that is through loving service to other people. And through loving service to other people, you will find that you'll attract into your life everything that you want and need. No matter what it is, relationships, money, travel, it'll all just start happening for you. You'll see doors of opportunity opening up. All you've got to do is walk through them. Okay, so that's our little prayer. And then we'll have the affirmation. So, dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member, that they may find the joy of service, and through service, attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And that little affirmation, we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Okay, welcome to you, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the recording. We're streaming into Facebook group We Share Abundance publicly, X and YouTube, and recordings are available there automatically. And a lot of people do watch the recordings because 7 p.m. London time simply isn't convenient for everybody. And certainly if it's not convenient for everybody, it's not even convenient for people that live in London, for example, on certain occasions and things like that. So that's why it's handy to have those recordings. And as I say, a lot of people watch those. Equally valuable, whether you're watching the recording or whether you're here. But if you're here, it's lovely to have you, because you can pop in the comments, where you're from, your name. You can interact with other members, and you can ask any questions you may have, and we'll get them answered for you, I hope. Okay, so let's see who we've got in live. We have top of the pops today, Ron from Amsterdam in Holland, followed by Ramachandra from Watford in England. And then we've got Carolyn from Texas, United States, Lewis from Lisbon in Portugal, Don from Vancouver Island in Canada, Norman from Doncaster in England. We got Bozina in from Edinburgh in Scotland. Nankiep in from Nigeria. Who else have we got? Gary from St Albans in England. Patrick. I should know where you're from, Patrick, but I don't. But he's saying hi and Happy New Year to everybody. Where are you from, Patrick? My fault, I should remember these things. We got Bozina in from Slovenia. She's saying it's cold there. It's pretty chilly down here in Cornwall, but it's not as cold as I believe it is in some other parts of the UK. And I think Bozina up in Scotland, in Edinburgh, they'll be getting it a bit chilly. We've got Richard in as well from Devon in England. And we got Prosper in from Nigeria, I think. Willie from Texas. Werner from South Africa. And we got Kingsley in from Manchester in England. Maureen from London in England. Mary from Chicago, USA. Prosper from Nigeria. And Patrick says he's from South Africa. Okay, thank you, Patrick. He says it's just 33 degrees centigrade today. That's a lovely, warm temperature. We're not even at 33 Fahrenheit here in Cornwall. Although we might be just fraction above freezing point, possibly. It's but we've got a cold wind. It's a cold north wind, and that makes it feel a lot cooler. Okay, enough of the weather forecasts. Let's get on to some of that information. Let's give you some numbers for a start for the last 3 days, really, isn't it? Since we were last meeting together. We have an increase of 16 in the 777 plan to 46,099. We have an increase of 173 in our registered members in We Share Abundance to 56,847. The same increase in our active member count to 3,215. We dropped 2 in the share Success Blueprint down to 15. Up 1 in the Easy Team Builder to 1,223. Up 7 in the Best Plan Ever to 1,374. Up 1 in the Pro members of the Sharehub Powerline Plan to 784. Up exactly 100 in the net increase in the free members of TIR. We take out those that are free and they've not done the KYC. If they've not done that in 30 days, we take them out. So it's a net increase of 100. We've only got an increase of 4 in the bronze level, which isn't very clever for 3 days, is it? We have, I've got a lot of money to pay people in, but well, I say a lot of money, about $300, I think my commissions are stood at. So that'd pay 10 people in, and I've got plenty of free members, but they've not done the KYC, so I can't piff them. Okay, anyway, we have an increase of 1,511 in our registered members in the social media site we have, Your Happy Place. We've now got 48,907 members in there. And we have an increase of 596 in the active members. These are people that have logged in and posted or created a group or something, you know. and that is up to 21,581. Okay, so those are your numbers for the last 3 days. We've got a couple of other people. We got Bhuban from India, Mysore. Okay, nice to meet you, Bhuban. Bhuban Lally. Lally Bhuban. Okay. Not sure which he is. Well, it says Lally Bhuban from India, so it's Lally Bhuban, not Bhuban Lally. Okay. And then we've got Bozina saying, wow, nice. It's only 35 degrees centigrade, more than here. Laugh out loud. Yeah. South Africa, nice and warm down there. Well, midsummer there, isn't it? The same as Australia, New Zealand, enjoying the summer weather. Well, we're freezing away here, but we get the laugh on them in another 6 months. Okay. Well, what else have we got? On development, Devian has been still working on Fun Miracles. She's done some uploading and stuff there. I've not had time to check it yet or get the funnels out on that. And Vishal has been working on TIR. Now, what we've done on TIR is we have changed the bronze membership so that, well, where before you needed what did you need? You needed 46 people to join after you that fell into your pay line. 46 people to make your $40 from the bronze matrix. So the coding that we've done now, it's all been done and checked. It will be loaded tomorrow, and you will then need, instead of 46 people, 18. How about that? Okay. As a sponsor, you needed 62 people following your referrals in before you got that matching $40. And that is now going to be 22. How about that one? Okay. Nothing else has changed. You only need a couple of people to get your bronze membership there, and still 30 people to get your silver membership paid for. But that's a huge difference in what you are going to earn and how quickly getting forward. Now, on top of that, we are making sure that every alternate person that you refer definitely goes into your pay line. You will still be giving some away to help other people, every other person, but you'll also be getting people that drop into your pay line gifted by other people that are referring. So it's a bit swings and roundabouts, that one, but it basically, it's there to help the people that are a bit slower. It'll help them. But if you're getting out there and you're helping people get involved, then you're going to move very quickly. And like I say, you only need now 18 people in total to be earning $40 a month. So something that you can really work on. That's in your pay line. That's from wherever they come from. You know, you can go out and refer people yourself. The people that you refer people, and so on. So it's a big difference. Just 18 people for $40 a month. for a one-time $30. You can't whack it. There are a few other changes we'll be doing there, but Thursday I have a meeting with Devyani and Vishal. We'll be spending some time going through what we are going to put in place development-wise for the payment system that we have. It pretty much is, it'll operate like a bank. You will be able to put money in, you'll be able to take it out, you'll be able to transfer it like that, boom, within seconds to anybody else that is in our system. You can't you can't do the same outside of our system, but you will have a debit card that you can use online. They're called a virtual card. You can also put them into a phone and use them with is it Google Pay or Apple Pay. So you'll be able to use them anywhere to buy whatever you want. And then there's a physical card as well, which you can have that you can put into an ATM or use in a store to get cash back and this sort of thing if you want cash out of your account. People in certain countries will be able to transfer into their conventional bank account if you want to. I don't know why you would want to, but if you want to, you can do. So that is something else that will be coming along. However, of the pledges that we had so far, we've only got about 20% of people that have anted up with their pledges. So unless we get some more money in quick, it's going to delay the us actually getting onto that. We'll be working on our development end now. We know exactly what we're doing there. Or, well, we'll be discussing the best way to do it so that it is nice and smooth for our members, for anybody that joins. You will be able to earn income as an affiliate. Anybody that has an account will be able to earn income as an affiliate. Like most bank accounts, there will be a monthly fee, but it'll be less than you would pay in your bank account. I know some banks still do free accounts, but they're working away from that, and the cost of an account is now going up and up and up. So we will have a monthly fee, but it'll be relatively small, and it'll be there essentially to pay you an affiliate income. So everybody you refer into the system, you will be getting automatic monthly payments from those monthly fees, but also there will, with the use of an account, there are charges, particularly with the if you're using a debit card. You know, you already that there are fees that are paid either by the store that you're using, or quite often there is a fee levied on your card as well. It's not very big, but it's there, and so those are all going to be once again commissionable. We do need a little bit of cash to cover the costs of running the system, and we also need a little bit of cash to repay more than repay, actually, the people that have come up with the money to help us with the development costs. So they will be getting lifetime passive income from things. So it'll be split between the amount we need just to maintain the system. We don't particularly want to make a big profit from it or anything. We just want to be able to make sure we cover our costs, server costs, and ongoing costs with the provision of services and things. And then what is left over will be divided between the affiliates, anybody that introduces people or organizations, and the people that have come together to help us with the development costs of this and the costs of it's very expensive to be able to provide what we are providing, and I know of one organization that is doing something similar, and they charge, I think the minimum charge is $250 just to join and get a virtual card. They charge $500 for a physical card, and then they have 1,000 card, which gives you larger withdrawals. We're not going to bother with all that distinction. We have sourced cards that we can use that are going to give you pretty much unlimited. It's not totally unlimited, but you'll be able to spend like $100,000 a day. So for most people, that is unlimited. Okay. So we'll be doing that, and we won't be anywhere near what those other people are charging. You know, we for a virtual card, we're going to be. I don't know yet. I've not actually run through the figures well enough to know, but the one-time payment certainly isn't going to be $250. It's more likely going to be $750 or something like that. Not $750, $7.50. You know, so so we're working to put everything together and make it work for the benefit of the members. That is what we're about. That's what we're always about. We put things together. Some people benefit greatly from them because they see the benefits and get out there and do some work, and some people don't do much because they want something for nothing, and we are moving away from that because it doesn't work. I don't know whether unless you've been under a rock, you will know that there are things happening in Venezuela. But it's not just now. I mean, they've been going on for the last 20 odd years, since they voted in initially a socialist government, and everything fell apart basically. And because of that, it gave room for bad people to come in and exploit the system, and from being one of the richest countries in the world, like 25 years ago, Venezuela, it's one of the poorest now in terms of what the people are getting. And I mean, I think they've had 8 million people that have left Venezuela simply because they couldn't live there. They couldn't eat, they couldn't pay rent, they've lost businesses, they've had them taken off them. There's been a lot of things that are going wrong. So the reason I'm talking about that is because when we started out 20 odd years ago, and more recently, I mean, it's been an evolution, but even 5.5 years ago when we started We Share Abundance, we wanted to just help people and give. And historically, it's never worked that way. You have to have people that have incentives to get out and do something to create prosperity. And some people create massive amounts of prosperity, and some people will create some level of prosperity, but it's there for everybody, and we will still have the ability to not leave anybody behind, help them out. But when they start earning money, if you've looked at our qualification now, when they get to that $40 and it only takes 18 people instead of whatever it was a lot, 46, I think, something like that. They will not be able to cash that money in unless they've referred 3 people. So what will happen to that money is it will go into our advertising co-op. We're still waiting to get more traffic and things that started up after the holidays. It is starting to come through now. We'll have better figures. But that co-op will be in place until they've got 3 people signed up. So everybody will be contributing one way or another, even though they may not have done anything. They may have joined free, they may have been piffed in, they may not have referred anybody personally, but the income that is generated, instead of us saying, oh, it's okay, here's your money, here's your money, here's your money, we're saying now, okay, well, if you've done nothing, that money we're going to use for you to help you get your 3 people. And once you have, then you can draw all you want out. And I think that will make things work so much better. And I know it will. And because everybody will be referring a minimum of 3 people. And really, to make it work, we only need people referring 2 people. But it'll work better if everybody's referring 3, okay? It'll just be faster. And that will start happening. We're still, as I say, testing the co-op. I'm hoping we can get some results in for that and get it live. I don't think it's going to be live this week now. I mean, we could make it live today, but I don't have any figures to give you enough information to let you know what you can expect from the co-op. But if you think about it, the co-op share is $20. And if you only got 1 person for your $20, you're going to get $40 a month minimum from that person as soon as they've got 18 people that have joined after them. 18 people. That's 6 people getting there 3. So yeah, it's a constant growth thing, but we're gonna fuel it. We're gonna help people, and of course, there will always be our own efforts that we use. We put things in. We'll be adding into that, and that'll just boost everything along a little bit more. Okay, let's see who else we've got in. Willie, I think we mentioned Willie. So, and then we've got Bozina saying, I'm going to pay my pledge tonight. That's Buzina up in Edinburgh. Thank you, Buzina. As I say, we are a little bit light at the moment. There's only, as I say, probably 20% of the people have done their pledges so far. Let's have a look who else we've got. Prosper, please, sir, I do hope that withdrawal of crypto will be enabled in the financial system. Yeah, that's another thing that you'll be able to do. You'll be able to buy and sell crypto. So you'll be able to, we will pay you into your account, and what you do with it from there is up to you. You can put it onto your card and use it and spend it that way. You can put it into your another crypto wallet that you have somewhere. You can do whatever you want with it. It'll be there. And you know, banks don't like you buying crypto. So if you've got a bank account and you try and buy crypto, you'll find a lot of them just won't allow it. That is disgusting, in my opinion, because it's your money. You should be able to do what you want with it. I know they operate under the cloud of making sure you're not getting scammed, but for the most part, that is all hogwash, and they just make it as difficult as they possibly can for you to buy crypto because they don't want you doing it. So, and I mean, banks, they've just got worse and worse and worse. So we are going to offer something old-fashioned. You put your money in, you can have it out whenever you want, you can do what you want with it, okay? Not like a bank today where, I mean, they wouldn't even accept a payment in from me the other day because it was over my allocated amount to pay in. Crazy. Anyway, right. We've got somebody else here. Prosper says, I have paid half of my pledge. I will complete it by this weekend. Thank you, Prosper. We got Gary. Can we now class TIR as a done for you system? There is an option, if you like. It's not a done for you system, but you can opt for it. It'll cost you because you'll have to buy the co-op shares for it to be done for you. We're not going to say like a lot of companies do, and they, well, I say a lot, yeah, a lot. Join and we'll find you 3 people or 2 people, and we are not going to say that because it never works anyway. You can't find people for other people, and it runs out of steam and they all fail. But what we are is we have an option for you to buy into our co-op, where we'll be advertising in various different places and different ways, and the benefits of the co-op will be shared amongst the co-op members. We can't guarantee what you're going to get from a co-op, but if you only got one, as I say, it's a minimum of $40 after a relatively short period of time. The more co-op we have going and the more people coming in, you know, the reason things are going slow at the moment is because we're just not getting people into that bronze membership. We're not getting people through the system. People aren't doing their KYC, can't do anything about that. They have to do it, because if we didn't have that, people would put in fictitious people, you know, and that doesn't benefit anybody. It's been suggested that we allow people to have multiple accounts and recycle the thing, and that's short-sighted as well. They run out of steam. You always need new blood, new sales, new people coming in. It's people more than anything, but we need the people, ideally, I mean, if the people and they come in with money, and I've just not had time to get onto more videos about this, but there are a lot of ideas I've got for how to show this, and that we will get there eventually. But there's so much going on that taking up my time that unfortunately I don't get as much done as I would like for you guys. Everything is for you guys, but not that you can see and use. Okay, so it's not done for you, but you can make it done for you if you want to buy traffic. And that is as far as we can go on that, I think. You know, you don't have to personally get out there and recruit. You can get into the co-op, and in time, I mean, you might get a one co-op share, $20, and you might get 3 people. You might get one co-op share, $20, and you might not get anybody. And that's just the way it goes. So we can't guarantee what you're going to get. We can only say on average we are getting this amount of people, and one for $20 is real good because it's getting you recurring income that will grow and grow and grow. Okay, we've got Prosper saying, in the TIR, I subscribe for bronze first, then silver. While the bronze is active and running, the silver is active but not yet running. Is this normal? Each level has less people in it, and it will take longer to see results. The plans are running, Prosper. It's just that the more people we get going through the bronze, the quicker the silver will work, and the more people we have going through the silver, the quicker the gold will work. How will I buy it in the co-op shares, please? It's not available yet, but when it is available, you'll just be able to pay from the balance in your account. If you've got withdrawable commissions, you can transfer them into the balance, and then you'll be able to pay from the balance. Or if you've not got either, you can load your balance in the same way as you did when you bought your bronze membership. You just add funds into your deposit. Okay. I mean, get into the co-op using my dormant silver subscription. It's not dormant. It is, if you've got a silver subscription there, it's not dormant. It's there, and it will pay for your renewal. You can't use your bronze money that is held over, and you can't use your silver money that is held over. You only actually are drawing $40 a month maximum from the bronze plan, but you are actually making $150 in that time, and $80 of it pays ongoing fees for the silver, keeps the silver program running, and 30 pays for your bronze membership, keeps that going. Gary, will co-op share be monthly, subscribe, or pay as you go? It'll be pay as you go. You can buy as many shares as you want, and you can buy them as often as you want, or as one time only, or once every year, or do whatever you want with it. But yeah, it will be buy whatever you want, whenever you want. Okay. Yeah, as I say, we are working on, or we will be working on, we'll be starting on it as soon as we can. But we have a meeting with the developers, our developers, not with any other developers. We are doing pretty much everything in-house, but we have to operate within the parameters of the people that we are buying the cards from. Now, the cards aren't linked to a bank; they are purely card, and depends how much money we get in. If we want our own branded card, we need quite a lot more money than we are likely to get from what I've seen so far. But who knows? We can always move on to that later if once things start working and so on. But we can have a card and it'll be like a branded card, except it won't have the branding on it. So it'll be basically a blank card, totally anonymous, and you'll be able to use it in any way you want. We will have to make a charge for it because we have to mail them out. So there will be a shipping cost for the cards. We'll be sending them out to our members. Of course, it'll vary wherever you live, but we'll have to sort of average it all out. But we'll get it all sorted. Okay. So that is your news, really. That has brought you up to date with where we are. People are getting back into the flow of things now. It is a good time for you to be really pushing, because a lot of people in January, they make their New Year's resolutions and they're keen to get started on something. And by the end of February, those resolutions are out of the window and they're back in their ruts. So you have to dig them out of a rut after then. But at the moment, they're on a high, and it's a good time to get in touch with people and contact them. But if you know anybody that did make a pledge and hasn't done it yet, hasn't put the money in yet, give them a nudge. If they haven't got it, you know, it's okay. We can't do anything about that. If you made a pledge for $1,000, say, and you've only got 250, put your 250 in. It's no big deal, okay? If you made a pledge for $25, but you think, well, I'd rather have a bit more, and you've got 125, put your 125 in. We don't want you. We do need as much as we can get to get this development running as quickly as we can. But we don't want you struggling because you have put in more than you could really afford to do. So do the right thing for yourself as well as for everybody else, okay? I think we've covered everything. I didn't make any notes, but I've done the numbers. And, well, the only notes I made was about the change. As I say, that should be loaded tomorrow, and it'll mean that some of you will be seeing income that you wouldn't have seen before. So some of you will be in. I know we had a quick look at some accounts. You know, all of a sudden find they've got an extra $100 in there. You know, but use it wisely. You know, by all means, if you want to go out and celebrate and spend some of it, do. But do what the wealthy people of the world do, and put some of it back into your business, so that you're always growing, always growing. Because what the poor people do is they get trapped in the poverty cycle. They've been taught to live now, pay later. They earn $100 and they spend 150, and they're $50 in debt, and they never really clear that debt. It just keeps on generating interest for the banks. And even if they do clear it, they then feel, oh, well, I've now got an extra $50 on my credit card. I can buy something else, you know. It's a trap. And it's where probably 70% of the population are. So try and avoid being trapped by the banks. Okay, do what the wealthy do. Say, okay, I've earned $100. A certain amount is going back into my business. And I would also recommend that you tithe, take 10% and give it away. And people say, oh, I can't afford to do that. What are you doing to yourself when you say, I can't afford to do that? You're focusing on not being able to afford things, on not having money, on being stuck in a situation where it's a struggle. Once you adopt the attitude of, you know, you say, treat it as a tax or your rent or whatever else, you know, okay, that 10% always has to go out. And it does, and it goes out. And give it to some good cause, and feel good about it, and feel, yeah, man, I can help people now, and I'm doing it constantly because I have enough abundance to be able to share. And that change in your attitude will change your finances. Okay. Ramachandra says, some of our citizens asking how much legally secure transferring money. I don't understand your question. It will be a very secure site if that's what you're asking. Legally, your money, you can do what you want with it. Okay. Physical cards will require KYC because of money laundering acts, but it's up to you what you do with your money. We're not a bank. We're not custodian of your funds or anything like that. We're not taking it and lending it to somebody else to make a profit. And you know, we go out and we make 20% a month, and you've got your saving account and we give you 1.5% a year, you know. No, it's your money. You do what you want with it. Okay. So that's it anyway from me for today. We'll be here again when Thursday. We'll have had our meeting with Devyani and Vishal, and thrashed out a few points, done a bit of thinking. Okay. So we'll see you all then. God bless, and look after yourselves. Enjoy life. Feel abundant. Be abundant. Start giving away a little bit. If you've only got a slice of bread, break a tenth of it off and feed the birds. Okay? God bless.